Hello everyone, this is Darren, and we are going to do some shading today. Trying a little bit better setup than what I had last time, and hopefully we won't be as out of focus as we were. We're going to do some shading today on the Wench. We're using Reaper's Tan Skin 9044 in case you want the number. It's on the paint set number 1. And what I've got here, let me get my toothpick, is some very thinned paint. It just kind of looks settling a little bit. I mixed it up before. There's really no recipe for this. You just have to kind of do it. And for the longest time, I didn't get it. I couldn't understand why my shades weren't working until someone mentioned it should be like Kool-Aid. And you can see how it kind of flows back into the dish here. I'm not using my normal setup. And actually, I'm going to add a bit more water to that because that just didn't seem thin enough. Everybody sits there and talks, oh, get it to the consistency and skim milk for your base coats, and this and that. Well, I don't drink skim milk, but thinned paint, yeah, Kool-Aid. So we've got that now, or at least I do. So let's just start in on it. What we will do, you just normally dip your paint brush in, and for this, now let's just start with the back of her arm and just brush it and get it wet. And you can't tell that you've actually done anything. And the problem is you have to do this repeatedly. So that's one. We'll get all these little areas where there should be some shading. And another little hint I've learned was to paint towards where you want the shading to be. So the darkest spot. It'd be the opposite for highlighting. So we want it to be darkest around the knee. Our chest doesn't need any darkening. That's probably going to be all highlights. But getting up into her hair, maybe a little dash under her eye, her nose, and under her chin, under the bottom lip. So that's one. Hopefully this is dried enough, and we do 2. That's a little darker than what I want. I'm probably in the wrong spot. But just keep continuing like this. And you build up layer after layer. And generally you get smaller areas as you go around. And that was way too much. I'm just going to dab it, and that's going to do everything. But light shades, very forgiving. Actually, I found if you just brush in the little cup, if you just brush it up against it, that works pretty well. So this is number 3. I probably should be doing under her hand, just right there. So we do there again, up again. We want to make sure each time that this dries out. Do a little bit under there. So that's 3. We're starting on 4. Now 5. You can start seeing a little bit of the shading. I'm using the big brush again, so I don't have to dip into the pot a whole lot. I'm going to start making them smaller. I probably should brush it a little bit out because it's getting too liney. You can see where I've painted. Not the effect we're going for. I forget, is it 6 or 7? Not that it really matters, you just keep going until it looks right. I probably should do a little bit on this hand right there. So what I'm trying to do now is do it in a smaller area. Just adds a little dimensional effect to everything. And I probably got some anatomist mad at me that, oh, you're not painting in the wrong spot, right spot. Well, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I live in a very dry climate, so things dry out really quickly here. So depending on where you are in the world, you may have to slow down on how much you paint at one time. Unlike just spinning around and around like I'm doing. There's this little spot here. Might not be visible on camera, but it's bothering me. I just can't get it to do right. It just looks unpainted. Just do a little bit right there. Just trying to smooth things out. Actually, probably should be doing a little bit around there. So we'll get it on the next couple of passes. I think that's starting to look better. I would almost say done. Oop. You see that little line right there that's getting there? Don't like that, but don't think I have much of a choice there right now. Just gonna dab it there. I'm not trying for any single direction of light right now. Okay. And you just keep going like this. I've even lost count of how many times. I think on a previous mini I counted, and I think I did it 17 times before it got, yeah, that was way too much paint right there. We'll get that with mostly highlights anyway. But I think I'm done for the shading. Look how much paint I wasted. Oh well. Actually, God, I'm getting really bad tide marks there, so I'm just gonna brush over it once to try to smooth that out. I might even just start over. A little bit more down there. But maybe we'll smooth that out with the highlight. And that'll be the next video. Thanks for watching.